Good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dave Juno, and I normally post these videos to a group that I co-founded. And I thought that today I would just make a general video. I do have a YouTube channel that I'm starting, so I'll probably post it there and post it on my personal wall, maybe in a few other groups that I belong to, support groups on Facebook. So, it's Christmas Eve, and I hope everybody's got their Christmas shopping done. You guys can relax, have a fun night. I know there's COVID, and it's been a real cluster this year. You know, and government coming out saying all kinds of crap. I'm not getting into politics right now. I'm not a political person to begin with. So, let's get started. It's Christmas Eve. And Christmas Eve is, the day before Christmas. The day before, if you believe in Jesus, and, Jesus was born, during the night. And we celebrate his birth. But for me, in 2014, Christmas Eve changed forever for me. Okay? It was a normal day, just like any other day. I went to work in the morning. I used to sing in the choir. Sang in the choir, 4 o'clock mass. I was going to go back at 7 to sing again. And I came home to grab something to eat because we did have some family over that they brought Chinese food and whatever. And all of a sudden, the life I had changed. In a minute, like that, changed forever. I had my first vertigo attack, ever. Room was spinning. I couldn't stand. I thought I was dying. I didn't know what was going on with me. But, the next day I woke up and I felt like crap, but it was gone. But then I kept having more attacks, went to the doctors, and this went on for 3 years before I had gotten diagnosed with what is called Meniere's disease. And if you don't know what Meniere's disease is, it's the disease of the inner ear. Basically, your cochlear ruptures, and the fluid in the cochlear is like the stomach acid that you have in your stomach. It's the same chemical. So that ruptures, it goes on the nerve, your audio balance nerve and your audio nerve, because they're like this on top of each other. They're like that on top of each other. So you get vertigo, and then you lose your hearing because the acid's killing it. Then everything heals and you're fine for a while, and then boom, it hits again. So this went on for 3 years before I finally got diagnosed with Meniere's disease. And that whole step of the way, it's been a learning process. It has changed my life forever. At this point, I can't work anymore. I'm totally deaf on my left side, partially deaf on my right, because I had surgery on my left ear, and I got some relief for pretty much 11 months, almost a year. And then it came on with a vengeance in my right ear. So, yeah, it's been a struggle. But in a lot of ways, it's been a blessing. And I say this because there's things that I learned, and I learned about myself. One is, yeah, look at me. I don't look sick, right? Do I look sick? No, but I am. Okay? Inside my head right now, my ears are roaring. Well, as I'm making this video, my ears are roaring. And I can look at the microphone thing status on here, and I know I'm talking loud because I'm pinging the microphone. I'm pinging it all the way over to the red. So I can't sometimes hear myself talk. All right? Situations where I'm in a room full of people, I can't hear. I used to get panic attacks because, I just You can't hear and you can't focus. And that's another thing. It's hard to focus when you have this. Since you get, here's some of the symptoms from Meniere's disease. You get vertigo. You have ringing in your ear, tinnitus. Brain fog. I don't care what anybody says, brain fog's part of it. Because your brain you're trying to focus and do all these things. And like I tell my wife, Diane, who has been, she's been awesome through this whole thing. I can't thank her enough. But as I told her, it's like I have a dual core processor in my brain. But one of those cores is dead. So I'm running on one core and I'm trying to run all these things. And my balance is affected. If you ever see me walk somewhere, and I walk like a drunk. And yeah, I've had the cops at Galoney Park in Marlboro. A woman called the police on me because she thought I was a drunk walking around the track, and she was nervous about kids. And luckily, I had my, I don't have it on right now, but I had my Meniere's disease medallion. Explained to the cop what Meniere's disease was. The policeman told the woman he's not drunk, he has Meniere's disease, he's working on his balance. That's why he's down here walking, and walking helps balance, that it does. And the woman apologized to me, and I don't blame her. I mean, you see some guy you don't know and he's walking around drunk, I don't blame you. So, I learned I was stronger than I ever been in my life. I was stronger than anything, mentally, not physically, mentally. Because there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. People, don't understand about what's going on with you. And I have been made fun of. I have been yelled at because I don't look sick and people don't believe that I'm deaf. So it's hard. And I did at one point hit a low point in my life, ever. And I got some help from some very good friends of mine who they know who they are, and I thank God every day for them. That, I got some help, and I'm a much better person than I've ever been in my whole 54 years of being on this earth. Much better husband, father, everything, you name it. Because of that. So I've learned to embrace my disability, not go, God, why me? Ugh. As you see a lot of that. I learned to embrace it. It's who I am now. And I got to be happy with myself. And if I'm not happy with myself, then I'm not going to be happy anywhere else. So I've learned to embrace this. And it's a challenge. It really is a challenge. Meniere's disease is a challenge. Every day is a challenge. Every day I wake up, it's a challenge. And every day I wake up that's a good day, hey, that's a blessing. Another blessing is I got to know two of my kids a lot better. My daughter Erin, and she's a trooper. If I have a drop attack or vertigo and she's home, she knows exactly what to do to take care of me. She's godsend. And I got to know her extremely well, and I got to know my youngest son, Johnny, very well. David I already knew pretty well, because we used to do a lot of stuff. He's a lot older than them. But I got to know him pretty well, and Johnny's like I was as a kid. Poor kid looks like me, too. That's okay. But I got to know him well. So that's another blessing, If I was working, look at COVID right now. I could sit here and say to myself, okay, I've got Meniere's disease. COVID's around. This sucks. This is the worst. Right? My son John's home. He's home all day in school. So I'm home with him. And yeah, he's in school, but he comes out and we talk and he goes back in. He comes out, talk, and we do this all day long. So it's been a blessing, because normally, if I didn't have to stop working and go on disability, I would never get that chance. I would be out working from 8 to 5 or 8 to 6 or whatever. He's home all day by himself. By the time I get home, I'm tired. and want to eat, and he's doing whatever. So it's been a blessing to actually watch this kid grow up for the last 3 years since I stopped working. Watching him grow up, it's been a blast, you know? And yeah, Meniere's disease took that. Meniere's disease took that for me to realize that I wasn't always the nice person. I wasn't always the good person. But I've changed. And disease can do that to you. Anything can do that to you. Illness can do that to you. And I changed, and I decided to be better. I also decided to help other people with Meniere's disease. So yes, I am a founder of 3 groups. Meniere's, I'm going to say them. I don't care. Meniere's and Vertigo Without Borders, Meniere's and Vertigo with Christian Borders, and partners of Meniere's and Vertigo Without Borders. The partners one is basically a setup for family, like if Diane's in there. Diane actually was her idea, and we just started it. Diane's in there, my wife, so it's for wives, partners, family, friends, anybody who wants to join it. If they want to learn more about how they can help somebody or with Meniere's or something like that. But to summarize all of this, I could take Christmas Eve and say, bah humbug, this day changed my life, and I hate it. But I don't. I take it as this day changed my life. Yes, I have challenges, but my life is a lot better than what it used to be. And I'm very happy about that. A lot of people wouldn't be, but I am. So, on that note, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. And I thank each and every one of you for watching this video, and each and every one of you who have helped me and supported me in any way. Whether I was out with friends, I was out with friends one night, and one of my friends decided that she was going to take responsibility to take care of me. Diane was tired. She didn't go. It was down the street, so I went by myself. I could drive down the street, and I felt good that night. And she decided that she was going to help me and she was going to take care of me. And that was the best thing ever in my life. And she knows who she is, so hopefully she'll see this. And I'm not going to mention her name. But, there's a lot of negativity that I could have right now. And I just don't. I don't have it. Christmas is a time of joy, a time of love, not a time of misery. No matter what happened to me 6 years ago, it's a time of love, caring, and, that's all I can say. So, again, I thank you all for watching this. I hope you learned something from it. And just realize, I'm not sitting here with a frown on my face looking at a wall. I'm actually pretty happy with what I do, and pretty happy with my life right now, even though I do have chronic illness. Remember, life is what you make of it. Okay? That's the way it is. It's like with anything. Life is what you make of it. And I shot crabs. I shouldn't say crabs. So I got lemons 6 years ago. And instead of keeping those lemons sour, I decided to make lemonade. And I know it's an old cliche, but I decided to make lemonade out of lemons. And my life is a lot better. So, on that note, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. And I hopefully will see you at some point in 2021. So, take care, everybody. Bye.